If you tune into yesterday's episode, then you know today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite ways to find your ideal fan base and where you can find these people because they are already congregating together. You just need to find out where. What's going on is Pimp Fried Rice. Welcome to the Music into Millions podcast. If you're listening on YouTube, make sure you drop a like, a comment, and subscribe. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, any other platform, make sure you subscribe to the podcast. The more artists that we can reach, the more people we can help succeed without having to wait on a record label. So today we're going to be talking about something called the Dream 100, which is actually, like I said, one of my favorite tricks for finding customers. I did not come up with this myself. I wish I did because it's genius. I actually got it personally from Russell Brunson, who is someone I believe I've talked about on this podcast before, but even if I haven't, I consider him one of my mentors. You guys definitely should check him out. He's one of the top marketers right now. He has a bunch of books out, videos, and he'll teach you all different types of concepts, kind of like this one, and he could probably better explain this concept than I ever could. He personally didn't invent it either. It actually came from a guy named Chet Holmes, and he wrote about it in his book called The Ultimate Sales Machine, which I actually read that book as well and was first introduced to that after finding Russell Brunson. But basically the whole premise of the Dream 100 is your ideal fan base already exists somewhere in the world. You just need to find where. So there are people out there who have extremely similar styles of music that you do, or they're in similar niches, like say you're the type of person who, likes skateboarding and anime, but you're also a rapper. There are other rappers out there who have those same exact interests, and then have fan bases who have those same interests because they like that rapper, and so on. So what you need to do, instead of feeling like, oh, I need to build a fan base out of nothing, which would be incredibly difficult, you just need to find the fans that'll be perfect for your music and your music is perfect for them, and find out how you can get in front of them. So like I said, think of the artists that are similar to you. So if you make like Southern Atlanta type rap, think of like Lil Babies and Young Thugs and stuff like that. Or maybe if you make like a New York style, you could think of Pop Smoke or 50 Cent or anybody like that. Just really start to think, who does your music sound like? What type of fans like the type of music that you like? And how can you get in front of their eyes? And so what you do once you kind of start thinking about who your ideal fan is and who you want as a fan, what you do is you write down what's called your Dream 100 list. And this list essentially is 100 artists or brands or social media platforms or places where these fans would be, whether online or in real life. So like on my Dream 100, if I was trying to appeal to rappers like you guys who are trying to be independent, some of the places where I'd find you guys already is like the Music Entrepreneur Club. I'd find you guys on like Adam Ivy's channel. I would find you on Brandman Sean's channel, maybe Curtis King's channel. If you guys are familiar with some of these names, then you know what I'm talking about. And I'm trying to appeal to people that have the same type of interest that these guys do. Instead of me feeling like I have to go out and find all these fans, what I do is I just put myself in the conversation around these people. So I wrote out 100 names, 100 brands, 100 places, and what I'm doing is these are the type of places I want to start putting myself in to find these fans. So now if I'm in like Curtis King's comment section on Instagram and he talks about, I don't know, like being successful in your music career, I'm not going to jump in there and be like, yo, come check out my podcast, you know what I mean? Because that's going to be rude, it's going to be taking away fans from him, and that's not a way to get people. But what I can do now is, say he talks about something that I've covered in my podcast before, I can drop a quick comment like, dude, I totally agree with you, 100%, and then give a quick insight on what my opinions are. Maybe I don't agree with him, maybe we have differing opinions, but what I'm doing is I'm putting myself in the conversation to where people that are interested in his brand and what he does are now seeing me, they're seeing my name, and now eventually, if I keep engaging with his fans, keep engaging with other people's fans, these fans are going to be like, who is this guy that's always commenting? Who is this guy that's always, reaching out and being involved in these posts? And they're going to come check me out, which then in turn is going to turn them into my fan because I make content similar enough to his that they're going to be like, oh, okay, I find value in this, or okay, this is something that I really enjoy, or I can use this to help me. So with your music, like I was saying, what you want to do is write artists who you're similar to or niches that you're similar to. So like say you are trying to find fans that, really like emo rap or something like that. You could go to people who listen to Lil Peep or people who listen to like XXX or stuff like that, to where now you're getting in these fans' faces and now you don't have to build this fan base. You just have to interact with them and start to pull them from other people's fan bases and now pull them into yours. And like I said, you're not being rude and coming in there and just stealing them, be like, yo, come check out my stuff, because that comes across as spam. And to be honest, you kind of look like a dickhead to the person whose channel it is, because you're just coming in and trying to steal their thunder. You don't want to do that. You don't want to undermine people. What you want to do is you want to just get involved in the conversation and position yourself as somebody that people want to check out and follow. You want to be the person that people are like, why is this guy always commenting? Why is this guy always posting? Why is this guy always here, always there? I see this guy everywhere. Let me see what he's about. Let me see what he's doing, and let me go check that out. Does that make sense? Once you've put together your list of like the brands and everything like that, and the people and the places, start to use hashtags that these people use. Start to use the locations that these people use on their posts. Start to do things that are going to get you involved with the same type of people. So say this person, like I said, for example, Music Entrepreneur Club, you can start using their hashtags if you want to get people involved that check out their stuff, because when you use that hashtag, you now get put into the Discover page or Explore page, on Instagram, and then people who are looking for that content are going to see your content, and they're like, oh, well, if he makes content that's similar to theirs, I'm going to check his out. And then if you provide enough value, or if you're the type of person that appeals to them, they'll be like, cool, I like this guy, I'm a fan now. And so just like that, instead of me having to go out and be like, are you a fan of my stuff? Are you a fan of my stuff? Are you a fan of my stuff? And just asking a whole bunch of random people that may have no interest in me or my brand at all, I'm going directly to the people who I know. I know they already like stuff like this. I already know they like music like this. I know they like content like this. So I'm going to just interject myself. So you basically just need to put yourself in the conversation where these people already are. And that's the whole premise of the Dream 100. The Dream 100 essentially is just having that list and then working your way down that list so that way you can find all these fans and then build them into your own fan base. So that is a very condensed version of the Dream 100. Like I said, I may not have explained it very well. If you want to find out more about it, definitely check out Russell Brunson's videos on it. There's probably 50 to 100 of them online, as well as other people's takes on it. Be sure to check that out. Start writing your Dream 100. Start working on your Dream 100. Get involved in those fans' lives, and you'll be amazed at how many fans you get. Have a great day.